One, you say the Democratic Party has wasted too much time trying to appeal to them. Then you say they're not being paid more. I don't think anybody's any one thing, but I think the perspective of, like, when you look at people, and I forgot, I think I was watching Meet the Press. It's about the hatred of what the people feel that party represents. When they're not voting for parties and they're not voting for necessarily for themselves, like this whole healthcare debate was about. They thought that this black guy was giving black people some kind of handout, and they wanted it gone. And the minute they got it, when they tried to take it away from them, they showed up. Here's the thing. If you are poor in America, you have more in common with poor black people than you do anybody else. You do. Your interests are more aligned that way about a fair opportunity, equal getting a great school, getting adequate schooling, getting adequate health care, having your children be able to expose and preparing them for a future. Your life, your situation is more, your interests lie more with mine than with somebody else's. But they hate things. Hatred drove this thing, and it's not a group of people who feel left out. That may be true too, but they also think that you got something they needed, that you have it, and it came from them.
Okay, so three things. So one, yes, I think the Democratic Party is focusing too much on these white working class voters and thinking that is the way to save the party. So I think that they have expected too much energy, and they're saying that is the path forward when I don't think it is. But in my saying that still we have to go speak to people, we do need a 50-state strategy. And so no, the 100% of the focus shouldn't be on quote unquote white working class voters, but our presidential candidates, our congressional candidates, people who are running in communities. We do have to go out. We have to at least take our message to everybody, not solely focus on one group. Lastly, yes, racism was a really, really big part of this last election.
Right.
Racism was not the only piece, but I think it was the overarching piece here that we cannot talk about this election, can't talk about where we are without talking about racism. But the real question is, where do we go from here? How do we move forward? And I think we move forward.
I think we get bigger margins.
I think that poor people poor people have more in common with their white, black, Latino, Native American, Asian American, or otherwise than they realize. We have to start using different rhetoric.
Right. Well, here.